Good morning, Miss. This is Angela Cordova, and this is Assignment and Employment. So, number one, define and explain your understanding of the following terms: labor, labor force, employed, and unemployed. So, let's first begin with the labor. So, labor refers to the physical and mental effort contributed by individuals to produce goods and services. It encompasses all types of work people engage in, including both manual and intellectual tasks. So, labor force. So the labor force is the total number of individuals who are either employed or actively seeking for employment. It includes people who are available for work and willing to work, and it serves as key statistics in labor market analysis. So employed is and when you can categorize someone as a part of the employment. So another question is, when can we say that someone is employed, and when can you categorize someone as part of the employed? Someone is considered employed when they have a job or a business through which they are engaged in productive work, earning a wage, salary, or income. To be categorized as employed, an individual must be actively working, even if it's part-time or temporarily employment. Also, employed people includes those people who have businesses, business owners, those family members who are working in a family business, and those self-employed people. So unemployed and what? So for the other question is, when can we categorize unemployed, and when can you categorize someone as part of the unemployed? So unemployed occurs when someone is without a job and is actively seeking for work, actually in a specified period of time, which is 4 weeks. To be categorized as unemployed, an individual must not have a job, be available for work, and actively search for employment. So basically, those are the people who are somehow, let's say, those who are shifting from a job, maybe those laid off, and maybe those freshly graduates. So for underemployment, explain each type. So the underemployment refers to a situation where individuals are working jobs that do not fully utilize their skills, education, or training. There are several types of underemployment. Let's discuss basically there are two: the invisible and the visible. So basically the invisible is those people who are working for a job but are not really well compensated, or there's a job mismatch. And for the visible, those who are working part-time because there are no, let's say, full-time jobs that are suited to their skills, so there are no opportunities for it. So working age population. The working age population refers to the portion of the population that is considered capable of participating in the labor force. The specific age range can vary from country, but it typically includes individuals aged 15 to 64 or 16 to 64. This population is often used as a denominator in various labor market calculations. So for the second question, give the formula on how to compute the following. So for the employment rate, basically the formula is employment rate equals to the number of employed divided by the working age population multiplied to 100. And for the labor force equals to number of employed plus the number of unemployed. So for the labor force participation rate, it is labor force participation rate equals to labor force divided by the working age population over 100, or multiplied to 100. And for the working age population is equals to total population subtracted by the population not in the working age group. And for the unemployment rate equals to number of unemployed over or divided by the labor force multiplied to 100. Enumerate and explain the types of employment. So there are, let's say, 6. So there are full-time employment, involves working a standard number of hours per week, often 40 hours or more. Part-time employment involves working fewer hours than full-time, typically less than 40 hours per week. Temporary or contract employment, those are jobs with defined duration, often for a specific period of project or specific period of time, let's say 6 months. Self-employment, individuals work for themselves, often running their own businesses. Freelance or gig employment involves short-term, project-based work without a long-term employment commitment. And for the seasonal employment, jobs that are available only during a specific season, such as holiday retail positions. For the fourth question, why do government try so hard to reduce unemployment? What are the effects of unemployment to its people? So economic stability. Unemployment can lead to economic instability, reduced consumer spending, and decreased tax revenue. And for the social stability, unemployment can lead to social unrest and increased poverty, which governments aim to mitigate. Human capital development. Reducing unemployment helps maintain and enhance the skills and productivity of the workforce and improve well-being. Lower unemployment rates are associated with higher living standards and better quality of life for citizens. And for the fifth question, explain the classical theory of unemployment by Adam Smith and Keynesian theory of unemployment. So the classical theory of employment by Adam Smith, often considered as father of the modern economics, believe in laissez-faire approach to labor market. Government intervention in the labor market should be minimal and market forces will naturally lead to full employment. For Keynesian theory of employment, which is by John Maynard Keynes, Keynesian economics developed by John Maynard Keynes provides an alternative perspective, especially during times of economic crisis. Government can stimulate demand to counteract recessions and reduce unemployment. Keynesian economics influence the development of modern macroeconomic policies such as fiscal stimulus and monetary policies aims to stabilize the economy and reducing unemployment during economic downturns. So that is the end of my assignment. Thank you.